Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. Today we are going to be talking about intimate hygiene, okay? So this is for the ladies, but also for the gentlemen. Perhaps you have a daughter that you can show some of this to, whatever's appropriate, or that you can share some of this with, or maybe you have a special lady in your life. But yes, this is for everyone. Yes, we are going to be talking about the private parts, which for us ladies, I like to playfully refer to as our secret garden. And so we're going to be talking about the breast. We're going to be talking about the navel, the vulva slash vagina. You man, I don't have what you have, but skin is skin, so some of this will apply to you as well. And we are also going to be talking about how to keep our backsides clean, how to properly clean that. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that, okay? So let's get right into it. I'm actually excited to talk about these things. So let's meet in the restroom. My name is Charrese. Welcome to my channel, Gracefully Charrese. Or shall I say boldly Charrese today. Personal hygiene can be a very sensitive topic for some people. So firstly, I want to start by saying please keep it respectful and kind, caring and loving, and educational in the comment section, please. I'm seeing a lot about personal hygiene, especially regarding women. A lot of jokes being made. I like to come from a place of sensitivity and love. On this channel, I don't like to talk about problems without presenting a solution. Offering a solution helps a lot more than making fun of somebody for their personal hygiene. Some people were not taught personal hygiene, and for whatever reason, they're not breaking the cycle, or they're not educating themselves. They don't know to educate themselves. There are situations of neglect and just unfortunate home circumstances, but we're going to keep this light. So I'm saying please come from a place of love when dealing with personal hygiene, whether it be feminine hygiene or masculine hygiene. So let's get started. Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I got some advice from a gastroenterologist. That is a doctor who deals with the gastrointestinal tract. I got advice from a gynecologist. I did my own personal research, general doctor, and I'm sharing what works for me as well as for other people that I am aware of. So anything you see, run it by your doctors, the people that you trust and that know your bodies best professionally. Okay, so now let's talk about the bosom. Whether your breasts are small, like myself, or bigger, most times you will have like an undercrease. Anything with the crease and sweats and sheds, skin cells, it could possibly cause odors, okay? I would strongly suggest that you gently exfoliate your whole entire body, including your breast underneath, well, everything, but I want to emphasize on underneath. Make sure you get that, and also the areola and the nipple area. There are some people who don't lotion or don't moisturize the breast area. The skin can get dry and it can flake and everything. This is part of why nipple balms actually exist, other than, you know, for breastfeeding women. Sometimes they can get a bit dry. If you don't like to put a whole lot, then get something really light. This is really good, you guys. Again, not sponsored, but this is really good. This is the Jergens Ultra Healing Lotion. I've been using Jergens for years. So this is actually, honestly, is really healing and moisturizing. So again, make sure you exfoliate the breast underneath, the areola and the nipple area gently, because the nipple area is very sensitive. So make sure you are exfoliating gently and washing very nicely underneath very well. You don't want to get any buildup, any odors, and even blemishes. Blemishes can show up pretty much anywhere on the body, including under the breast, wherever there's like moisture. So make sure you're doing that, and make sure you're drying the area before you moisturize, and you should be fine. Next, let's talk about the navel. I feel like some people don't remember to clean their belly buttons. And so what I like to do, whether you have an innie or an outie, or I have a little bit of both, it's like in at the bottom and a little bit out at the top. It's a cute little number. But what you want to do is, I like to get a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I do dilute this with water. You don't want any dryness in there. And what you want to do is you want to just get some of the alcohol, put it on the Q-tip, and you just want to clean around. Now, I will warn you, this is a very sensitive area, so you might start to feel a little sick to the stomach or a little discomfort. Maybe, depending on your how sensitive you might be, you might start to feel a little nauseated. So I would say be gentle. If you do feel any nausea or discomfort, just give yourself a break. Stop, maybe do it even more gently, or just stop altogether and maybe just give yourself a nice scrub with an exfoliator. Get your shower head that comes off and just spray the navel, just to try your best to keep it clean, and make sure you dry it really well with Q-tips, a cotton ball, or a towel. Again, anything that has creases, there can be odors that can emit from that area. You may not think it, but your belly button can get dirty. Like, again, you have lotions, you wear midriffs, you have, you know, the outside dust and allergens and everything coming into contact and getting into the cracks and crevices of your navel. So you want to keep that clean. Also, skin cells shed there as well. So keep it clean. There are some people who have actually said that they've actually gotten infections in the navel. So again, be very careful. Don't pick at it all the time. But do give your belly button a little bit more of a thorough cleaning every few days, or at least once a week or so. And again, check with your doctor on other solutions, better ways how to clean your navel. Okay, so let's get to it. We're going to talk about the private areas, and this will be for gentlemen as well, because, well, skin is skin, but this is going to be more so directed toward the ladies. If you are a male watching this, maybe you have a daughter who can benefit from some of this, okay? I'm not saying all of it. You know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. Or maybe you have a special lady in your life who can benefit from this. And also, just to give you guys a woman's perspective, so that you guys can make sure to be loving and kind and caring and sensitive when it comes to topics such as feminine, more specifically speaking, vaginal, and, you know, hygiene when it comes to our secret gardens. So let's get started. Now, firstly, before a woman comes into contact with her vulva or her vagina, she needs to clean her hands, okay? Use a gentle, soft soap. I have a soap dispenser so that I don't have to keep touching the pump that everyone else touches or that continually is reused, because I feel like that kind of almost defeats the purpose of having clean hands. So I like to use a soap dispenser that is automatic, that you can just put your hands underneath, and then you can thoroughly wash your hands as many times as you feel comfortable. And that way your hands are nice and clean before you start to cleanse your private parts. This goes for you males as well. This is just something that I strongly suggest, because we're always touching things, and you just don't know what type of bacteria that you're, you know, putting on your hands, and you don't want to get urinary tract infections, aka UTIs, or bladder infections. And if you're not comfortable for whatever reason, I'm not judging here, coming into direct contact with your vagina, vulva area, then use some gloves, okay? If you have an allergy to latex like myself, then you want to get non-latex gloves, but of course make sure you wash the gloves as well. Okay, firstly, I am going to say that having a shower head that comes off is definitely going to benefit here, because it is more a targeted situation. So what you want to do, always use a feminine wash, something that is specifically created for a woman's private areas, for our secret gardens, for our vulvas, to be around our vaginas. And this is something that you want to use on the outside, not on the inside, okay? So first you want to pour some into your freshly clean hands, and you want to, after you already like kind of rinse, you want to get a little bit of rinsing. You're going to clean the outskirts, so the crease between the labia majora and your leg. You're going to clean that. You also want to clean the creases, and you can put a little bit at the entrance, okay? You should put some at the entrance of your vagina, but do not go in, okay? So you just want to scrub, and then you want to get the shower head, and you want to just rinse yourself off, okay? So something like this is what I'm talking about, and I'm saying this because you can aim it anywhere. Don't use the stream that is strong. use something gentle. Now make sure that you use either like lukewarm water or just warm water. Do not use hot water. You do not want to cause damage to your organs or to your lady parts. And cold water, that's up to you if you want to use it, but I like to use something just a little bit warm, kind of almost like room temperature. Throughout the month, we typically have something going on, whether it's our periods or our cervical fluids or just, you know, it changes over the month. So you want to make sure that you keep yourself clean, and you want to wash yourself at least twice, and you're good to go. So let's talk about the scent of our vulvas and vaginas. First of all, I want to say, you guys, you are supposed to have a scent. We are all supposed to have a scent. We have a natural fragrance that we were born with. And scientifically speaking, this scent, especially, respectfully said, when aroused, and especially during certain times of the month, maybe more so during ovulation, everyone's different, it's going to be a bit stronger, and it is actually meant to attract your, the male. So it's normal, it's supposed to be there. And I don't want you to let anyone make you feel like something is wrong with you for just having a scent that you're supposed to have. Now, there are some scents that you do want to watch out for, like if it's something like fishy, you definitely want to, or just something that's not normal, you definitely want to go to your gynecologist or your OBGYN. Another thing is understand that it's normal for women and men to, especially if you've had a long day, you might get a little bit of a musk smell. If you are sexually aroused, you might get a musky smell. Something smells like musk. This is all very normal, okay? If you have a scent that is either the scent of must or musk, understand that you can just simply get in the shower, clean yourself off, and it's gone. We're human beings. Things happen. Don't let anybody take away something as beautiful as sexual intimacy with your husband or your wife just because they lacked maturity and tact. So embrace your natural scent, and I will suggest to every woman, okay? When you are changing your undergarments, and maybe even when you go to the bathroom, again, respectfully said, just smell your underwear and make sure you get to know your scent. That's why this is so important, because if there's something that doesn't smell like your usual scent, then you can kind of just, keep an eye on it, or, continue to check on that smell. And if it doesn't go away immediately, then perhaps you should go get seen at a doctor. Now, I do want to say this is for males as well. And I do want to say, if there is, I just have to extend just some sensitivity and love, because life happens, okay? Things happen, we make mistakes, some unfortunate things, sad things happen. If you do have something going on, say an STD or an STI, it's not the end of the world. Go to the doctor, go get seen, be responsible. Know that there is always somebody out there who is willing to love you, and just carry on with life. And just don't be too hard on yourself. If you need to seek therapy, then go to therapy, and just know that you are loved and God loves you still as well. Now, I know some of you guys, even though you know how to clean yourself, you're still uncomfortable and you're still feeling a little insecure and self-conscious about the scent of your vulva and vagina. That's very understandable, and even for you men as well. So I'm going to start with something that's for everyone, okay? Your diet. Your diet makes the biggest difference, okay? So I'm going to tell you how you can naturally decorate your natural scent. Now, again, I don't suggest putting perfumes and everything. We'll get to that in a moment. Your diet, okay? Eat a lot of fruit. Fruit that work are apples, whether they're green or red, is going to produce a more sweet scent. But since it's going to be mixed with your natural bodily fluids, it's going to be normal. It's going to be natural. You can eat pineapple, but some people are allergic to pineapple. So again, apples work. Peaches work as well, but understand that when you eat a peach, if you smell the peach, like the peach skin, there's a musk to it. So you might be adding more of a musky smell to your natural scent, okay? And also with peaches, if you eat too many, they kind of work as a laxative for some people, so be careful. Don't eat too many peaches before you're going to be sexually intimate with your spouse, okay? If you eat a lot of salt, which nobody should, then your fluids are going to smell salty. So whatever you put in your body, sometimes it is expressed outwardly. So you might want to check your diet. There are even some natural drinks that may also cause an unpleasant smell. So be careful with like certain smoothies as well. And even if you did notice that you have an unpleasant scent coming from your fluids or even from your urine after eating certain things or after drinking certain things, smoothies, health drinks, then understand that once you stop, give it a day or two, a couple days or so, that scent is going to go away. So do not panic. Some of you guys are still not satisfied with that. So, okay. I'm going to suggest something to you ladies. This is for the ladies. Do not spray body spray or perfume on your, private parts in your secret garden. But what I am going to suggest is this: vanilla. If you are doing it for yourself or just considering your spouse, just a hint, ladies, men like the smell of vanilla, okay? They like the scent of vanilla. But what you want to do is you want to just spray a little bit, just a little bit, on your inner thighs. Don't rub it together because you don't want to ruin the notes of the body spray. And there you go. Or perhaps if you do have some pubic hair, just put a little bit on that. But again, everyone's different, and just talk to your husband. You should be open about these things with your spouse anyways. If you're doing it just to feel more comfortable, as well as it's kind of a 2-for-1. You want to feel comfortable with yourself, but you want to be pleasant to him as well, because you don't want to introduce something when you're being sexually intimate with your husband that might be unpleasant for him. We have to be fair, okay? But yeah, just a little bit and see how he likes it. Just talk to him. Maybe let him smell it before you put it on your body. But understand that scents might smell different from person to person because our body chemistry, when we mix it with our body sprays and perfumes, it just kind of creates our own signature, that kind of goes along with that scent, okay? So just remember that as well. But I feel like with vanilla, you kind of can't go wrong, and men like it. They love it anyway, okay? But yeah, don't put too much, okay? Because again, we are supposed to have a scent, and this scent is actually attractive to your husband, okay? It will be attractive as long as you're keeping yourself clean. But if you've never put any body sprays in that area, just a small piece, try it on a small piece to make sure that you're not going to break out, okay? And when you put it on the pubic hair, if that's what you're going to do, put it at the just put it as far away as possible from your organs, like your clitoris, your urethra, your actual vagina. Again, just put it more so on your lower abdomen, okay? Or just at the very top of the pubic area, depending on how you have chosen to have your secret garden to appear. I'm not judging. And lastly, for you men, okay, I don't have what you have, okay? So I can't give you too much advice other than to use something gentle for your creases and everything. Keep yourself clean. But hopefully one day I can have somebody that's a male that can kind of explain that to you as well. And again, I'm not judging. And I do want to just have a request that, again, you handle us ladies with gentleness, kindness, sensitivity, carefulness, and love. Sometimes women just have their days. They're on their menstrual cycle, or maybe they were out and they were sweaty. Maybe it's something that they ate. Maybe they were super nervous. When you are nervous, your body produces a different type of sweat, and that sweat can actually cause an odor that might not be pleasant to you or even to themselves. So there's ways of approaching it, okay? And you approach it with love and kindness and gentleness. This might make it less embarrassing for them. It might be embarrassing either way, but when you approach things with love, it's more comforting. So there's less embarrassment, if any at all, especially if you guys know each other that well, and I'm talking about marriage. When you've been open with each other, it should be less embarrassing. And if it still is, just at least you approached it with love, and the appropriate changes or treatments can occur, okay? But making fun of a woman, let me tell you something. Even when you make fun of a man, like ladies, okay, when you make fun of each other's body odors, it can actually be really traumatizing, and it can cause people to feel really self-conscious and uncomfortable, and it really can affect their sex life, and you don't want to do that. You want people to enjoy having a sex life with their spouse. You don't want to be the reason why somebody has become super insecure and self-conscious. And even if you are, I hope you can make things right and just apologize to them. But again, just approach it with sensitivity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's approach each other with sensitivity. All these videos out here making fun of body odors, it's not nice. It really isn't. It just does more harm than good. And honestly, you're the one that looks bad. Okay? And last but certainly not least, let's talk about how we clean the backside. Okay, yes, I'm going to share this. There are different ways. However, this is one way, and I did talk to a gastroenterologist about this. He just shares this with his patients. For those of you that don't know, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which is an autoimmune condition, back when I was 23. I am now 38. And I just want to help somebody out there. Why not? So let's get started. First and foremostly, I think everyone, you don't have to, but I just feel that everyone should be using some type of wipes, okay? After you go number 2, before you get in the shower, I'm just gonna say this, if you've been gassy, you just never know, use baby wipes, okay? These actually are really helpful. Now, if you're a man and you're not comfortable with this for whatever reason, I had a male family member tell me that they have something called man wipes, and they smell like mint. So if you want your backside to smell like mint and you want to be clean, go for it. But baby wipes don't have like any strong scent. I like to use the Parents' Choice, and it's really nice. You will get used to the cold feeling. If you don't like that, then there are baby wipes warmers if you have a bougie booty and you would prefer to have some warm wipes in your booty, okay? Let's get in there. I feel like it's also just courtesy to clean yourself really well before you get in the shower, especially like when you're allowing other people to use the shower as well. Here's the thing though, when you wipe, start with the regular toilet paper to get whatever is there first, okay? After you have a bowel movement, let's just be blunt here. Then you go back in with the baby wipes to get whatever is left. And then you go back to the dry paper, because you never want to leave anything like with moisture, because again, anything with creases and moisture can cause, it can just get odor causing bacteria, okay? And you want to just if you have to keep going back and forth, then do that until all that paper is white. Do not leave anything. Don't look at it and be like, oh, it's just a little bit, I'm done. No. Okay, anything can cause odors. Just don't do it. Or even irritation. Make sure everything is clean, the papers are white, and you end with the dry papers. Do not be rough on yourself. Do not be a hyper wiper. You don't want to cause irritation. It is very sensitive back there, okay? Now we're going to reintroduce our good old friend, the shower head that comes off, the detachable shower head. Okay, you're going to need this, okay? Try to find the settings that's best for you. Make sure that this stream is a strong one. If it's too strong, then go the level down, because you don't want like the water actually going inside. You don't want to cause any infections, okay? So what you're going to do is, now I always do this, get a glove, okay? Some people use scrubbers. I just want to use a glove. And what you want to do is you want to get your feminine wash, okay? So you want to put on the glove, you want to put your feminine wash if you're a lady. I don't know what you men have. If you have something, use that. If it's, specifically for men in your private areas, or ask your doctor, okay? But ask him if you can use like a gentle, like baby, like body wash. And you want to get on in there, if you know what I mean. And you want to scrub the walls, the crack, and the exit, okay? Discard the glove. If you want to put some more gloves on, go ahead. And what you want to do is you want to, whatever is most comfortable for you, I don't know if I want to demonstrate, but you want to squat. It's best that you just go ahead and kind of bend and you spray the water. Use one hand to kind of open your buttocks, okay, your cheeks, and you spray it in there. Have your legs like open if you can, so that doesn't just keeps falling. The water keeps wetting me, so that the bacteria doesn't run off onto your legs. You can spray this from, if you squat and kind of push your pelvic forward, then you can make sure that nothing runs to the front, and you can kind of, that's more comfortable, then you spray it that way from the front. Yeah, the water dripped and kind of demonstrated a little bit. I would suggest that you clean your private areas first before you take the rest of your shower. So anything that got on your body, bacterias, any cervical fluids, or any germs from your back end, you can wash it off. Start from the top of your body, so that you're not bringing anything back up from the bottom to the top. Scrub the bottom of your body, and there you go. You can even have a separate scrubber for the bottom half. Then you're clean. Now, again, do not leave anything with like moisture. So when you get out of the shower, please don't use a towel. Other people have to use those towels. Get some paper towel or get some toilet paper. Toilet paper works just fine. And get in there and dry yourself off. And you are good to go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is all, but I do want to leave you with some encouragement, okay? Please understand that body odors are normal. Doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because I wanted to encourage you. Sometimes you're just unaware, sometimes you're uninformed, sometimes you just need to find what works best for you. Sometimes it's your diet. And if you do have to address something medically, then understand that it's not the end of the world, okay? Just address it and, respond to what's going on with you accordingly. Handle each other with love and care and gentleness and kindness and carefulness. When you make fun of somebody for their body odors, you're the one who looks bad, okay? You're the one who looks bad. That person, they can go ahead and just clean themselves up and, address it, and they're fine. But if you don't change the nasty attitude, then you're the one who has the ugly personality and you look bad. I'm saying this with love. Now, of course, as a Christian, I'm going to say God does forgive. Ask him for forgiveness. He will forgive you. If you can, go make things right with that person and genuinely apologize, addressing it with love and making them aware of something that they might not even be aware of. Now that is the proper way to handle somebody with body odor. I had somebody who was actually uncomfortable with doing that, so they told me that somebody that I knew, was, you could, they had an issue going on, and because I knew the person better, I privately let them know, and they addressed it. That was it. And I can't say how they felt, but they didn't seem too ashamed, maybe because I knew them. But if I would have made fun of them, that could have affected them for years, if not the rest of their lives. When you make fun of people, it can really traumatize them, okay? Let's talk about marriage really quick. And of course, I'm all for celibacy before marriage. And sometimes there are certain scents that you can smell even without having sex. So if you're in a relationship with somebody, whether you're married to them or not, communication is so important. And communicating with love and kindness and patience is also so important, with understanding. And if you can't empathize, if you haven't been there, again, understand that we are all human and things happen, including body odors, okay? I think all of us, if not most of us, have had a bad day, even if it was just the armpits. Honestly, I know I've had an armpit day or few. But you live and you learn, and hopefully you extend love to one another, okay? Put yourself in their shoes, or perhaps remember, if you've already been in their shoes, how would you want to be addressed? With kindness, with love. I would hope so, at least. And you address those people in that same manner, with kindness and with love, okay? Now, if you're the one who has dealt with body odors, or perhaps you've been made fun of because of body odors, I just want to say again, you are normal, you are human, you're awesome, you are beautiful, you are handsome, you're fine. You know, we have so many resources to address those things. Don't let anyone, never let anyone just take the beautiful moment of intimacy with your spouse or future spouse away from you. That is meant to be beautiful and fun and adventurous. Don't let somebody who was immature and who lacked just human decency and who just lacked tact cause you to miss out on such beautiful moments. Okay, you're human. You're not the only person who's ever dealt with it. You're not the last, okay? We're human, it happens, and I just want to encourage you to just address it. And if you have not addressed it, you can address it now that you've watched this video, and you know, just move forward from there, move onward from there. And if it was something that was that like traumatizing, perhaps go to a therapist. Always be honest with your future wife or your future husband and let them know, like, this is what happened, I'm uncomfortable. And when somebody loves you, you know, they're gonna know that you're human, and they're gonna realize and understand rather that there's more to you than your body. You have a heart, you have a mind, you have a spirit, you have a soul. Like, you are a person, you have a whole beautiful essence. And if you're already in love with each other, that's what they fell in love with. You are who they fell in love with. And when somebody truly cares about you and somebody truly loves you, they're going to comfort you and encourage you, and they're going to make you feel comfortable. They're going to help you feel comfortable and free with them during intimate moments, including when you're being sexually intimate together. Okay? And if that person, for whatever reason, just doesn't handle you with love, then you have some reconsidering to do. You know, because somebody who really loves you, they're not going to put you down. They're not going to make fun of you. They're not going to be condescending, and they're not going to humiliate you. Okay? Please remember that. Okay? Again, you're human. You're normal. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all gained something positive from this video today. And until next time, do all things in love, and gracefully. Bye.